Good day everybody, this is the Ecclesiarch here, back with some more Warpforge, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important topic. So what exactly is the difference between the premium and standard campaigns? Is it worth getting premium? And how exactly are you supposed to use your wildcards? Is it better to kinda progress through your campaign? And what exactly is the Forge? So before we start, I'll just say that this is mainly going to be done on the example of the Necrons, because that is like the faction that I am playing currently, and that is the faction that I actually brought a premium campaign on, the only one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any more, but in any case, I'm going to share with you my experience on the campaign and so on. Okay. Basically, now, the first thing that we need to do before we get into discussing the campaigns is I need to show you something about the wild cards, basically, and how they work. So when you go into the cards, just filter to your desired faction, turn off show owned only, and what we can basically do here is we can take a look at what cards we have and what cards we don't have. On the top right, you will also see card icons, which probably you can't see right now because of my brilliant placement of my face cam, but this is something you can see in game easily. So exactly where my head is right now, you can take a look at how many wildcards you have. Right now, I have 3 epic wildcards. Now, I can use those wildcards to craft, for example, hyperlogical strategist that I don't have. So I will just click on it, and I will create a copy by clicking create a copy of this card using a wild card. Or, for example, I can make another copy of Oricon the Diviner and do that. So you can either get more copies of some cards, or you can create new cards using your wild cards. So wild cards are used for that. And why you would want to create more copies of a card that you already have? Well, we'll discuss that when we get to the Forge. Now, as it comes to the campaign itself, so I'm going to show you what rewards you get for the Necron campaign as you play it without premium and with premium. I hope I calculated this correctly and I didn't mess anything up, but in general, let's take a look. For the standard one, you get the Relentless March, which is okay. You get a crappy Warlord, but you get 2 Triarch Praetorians, you get a Plasmancer Epic, which is really, really good. You get a Methodical Destruction, you get a Conquering Tyrant, so you do get some nice cards that are pretty much essential, like Triarch Praetorian is a staple, and Plasmancer, at least 1 copy you need in all of your decks, so the starting deck isn't that bad. You're also going to get a total of 13 boosters, and each booster has, I believe, 5 cards, right? Let's actually take a look. Yeah, 5 cards. So since it has like 5 cards, that means you're going to get a total of 65 cards. And if you are lucky enough, you might score a legendary or an epic. I got lucky enough to get a Lich card and a Scythe Assault, which both are super good. And if you get lucky, you might also get a legendary. On top of that, you get 5 rare wild cards, 3 common wild card copies, which means 6 common wild cards, and you get 1 random legendary and 1 epic legendary. Honestly speaking, that's not too bad. On top of that, we get like 67 total common cards, 2,900 total gems, and an array of units here. Let's take a look at what are the units that they give us. Single copies though. There's the Gauss Immortal that you guys know I really don't like, but a lot of people like it. But the Scorpec Destroyer, Hexmark Destroyer, Doom Scythe, Psychomancer, Lich Guard, Technomancer, all of those are super important cards, especially the Lich Guard and Technomancer epics. Those are really, really good. Now, as for Conqueror, Monolith, like Scarab, basically everything else that is on this list, those are okay. They can work fine. If you want to know how good they are, you can take a look at my tier list that I released. But in general, the main cards that you are aiming for, I already basically mentioned. It's the Destroyers, it's the Doomside, Psychomancer, Technomancer, and Lich Guard. Those are absolutely necessary. Now, if you go to the premium one, a few things change. First off, you get 6 more boosters, which is not a lot, honestly. You get 2 more rare wild cards, sure. You get a total of 1,300 more gems. Not that much, but you do get 2 legendary wild cards and 4 epic wild cards. Now, that is really good in a sense to have, in a sense that you can basically choose 2 legendaries that you can craft, and you can choose 4 epics that you can craft. Now, if you do have a premium one, this will help you like build a competitive Necron deck outright, because you can just get the second copy of Lich Guard, second copy of Technomancer. You can get 2 copies of Scythe Assault, get Tomb World, and yeah, you're pretty much set. But the thing is, overall, I do think that this is a little bit crappy. Now, I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but when it comes to like comparisons, it's not really that much of a big comparison. Like, what do you even get? A few more gems, a few more boosters, which really don't mean that much. You get 2 more rares, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The only real thing here is the legendaries and the epics. So you're basically paying those $19 or whatever it costs for 6 more boosters, 2 more legendaries, and 4 more epics. Now, if you want to waste money on the game, like if you're planning on paying, waste I know sounds a little harsh considering I also bought it, but if you want to like spend money on the game, I think campaigns are a much better call than just buying gold and buying cards, because in total if you get a premium campaign, you can get a competitive deck going instantly. So you're gonna have a good deck for that faction as long as you know what cards you're supposed to get. Like, my Necron guides could help you with that if you want, like the Emotech Stormlord deck and like what's it called again, the tier list, but I have only for Necrons. So if you want for other factions, just hop on Discord and ask the other guys what they think about the unit tiers and so on. So overall, yeah, the premium could give you a functioning competitive deck instantly. However, I think it's a bit of a disappointment in a way that it really doesn't give you that much difference in terms of rewards. Sure, it gives you cosmetics that I didn't mention here, like some avatars and like some cool card packs. Yeah, sure, I like them. They're really nice, but you know, it would have been much more interesting if the difference was like bigger. And another thing that I would definitely change is that maybe in the basic campaign you could have wild cards instead of those random legendaries and random epics, because you can roll a very shitty legendary. And in the premium one you could have like 2 more legendary wild cards and 1 more random legendary. So that would give you a total of what, 4 legendaries, and you could still get a copy. I actually got a copy because I'm an idiot. I instantly crafted Emotech, and then from the random I got another Emotech. Now, when it comes to the progression of the campaign, however, this is what I would suggest. So the thing that you don't really want to be aiming for is the gems. I know gems are pretty good. They help you in a lot of things. They help you buy stuff from the shop, but this is what I would do. I know you can complete the whole tree if you want, but if you're in a rush to get as much value as you can out of this, this is what I would suggest. So first of all, here's the thing. You want to go to the center because this booster pack is of course important, and you want to get as many boosters as you really can. Now, since I had a premium, I also grabbed this for another booster, but if I did not have the premium, I would just ditch this. And a rare wild card is always pretty good because you might end up missing some nice rare cards. The next thing that you want to do is come down here to get another booster pack. If you have a premium, you're also going to get an epic wild card, which is an absolute beast. You definitely want that. You're going to get another booster here, and you're going to work your way up to Scorpec Destroyer and 4 random cards. Now, I know some of you like Goss Immortal, but even if you like that card, you should know that Scorpec Destroyer is one of the best cards for Necrons, so you should work your way down here. Then you're going to get here and get 4 more random cards. And the next thing that I suggest is going here to the booster. This is a bit of a problematic choice because all 3 of these cards are super good. It's just that you either go to the crystal and get these 2, or you go to the booster and get these 2. So I just chose to get the booster and then get Psychomancer and get Doom Scythe. You could also go either way if you want. If you're farming, if you want to gather gems, sure, you can go down this way. All 3 of these cards are super good. You need all 3. So I just choose to get these. And after that, I continued my path through Psychomancer and I grabbed a booster. Then I went over here to get a Technomancer. Now look, I did not continue down the Lich Guard path because I got lucky, and from my boosters I scored a Lich Guard copy And I had already crafted one with my epic wildcard, but if you don't have it, I suggest first cover this and then cover the bottom side, because this side will still give you a Hexmark Destroyer and the Lich Guard, and all of these are super important. If you don't have a copy of Lich Guard, you need it. When you go here, it's nothing really that serious. You just get an avatar. And over here, honestly, like, the thing here is that, why did I even get this? Oh, no, I didn't. Good. So, the best way to do this is probably to go over here, get a booster. If you have a premium, there's another 2 boosters here. And over here, honestly, I just chose to get a Canopic Spider, because why the hell not? Canopic Spider isn't really that good. You could go for gems if you want, but maybe on Scarab builds this could work. Plus it comes with 4 random cards, so that's really nice still. And then you go down here, you get a nice card back, and you get random cards, and you also get an epic wild card. After that, I suggest going this way, because Immortal Pride is crap. You do get a booster, and you get another 2 boosters. The only problem here is that there is another wild card here that is hidden, which is a waste, because all of these cards, like this Immortal as well as this card, are not that good. They're kind of crappy. So the best thing you can do is continue down this path and then get another Sotek Rare. If you're playing a premium, that's a problem, because you're missing out on like 3 wild cards here, so you might want to consider getting this later. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Then you work your way down here, get another booster. Over here you can choose this or this. Of course this is better because it comes with like a rare wild card. If you're doing premium, still this is better, because look at that card back, it's super good. Then you get your random legendary, and then you go here to get your booster. I still haven't got this. I'm not sure if you can keep getting this over and over again, if it's repeatable. I don't know that yet, but here's the main thing. After you finish this, one of the things you really want to do is you want to go to your cards, filter to your faction, and you want to check out what are the cards that you can basically upgrade. You can understand what you can upgrade by this icon right here, if it has these arrows glowing over on top of it. For me, the command barge is glowing. So I press this, it's gonna cost me just 10 gems, and it's gonna burn 2 copies of this card, 2 extra copies that I have. Okay, I got a total of 4. So when I press it, it's going to upgrade, and it's gonna look a little bit better, I guess. Then upgrading it becomes difficult, because it's gonna need 8 cards and so on. It gets more difficult after every upgrade. Like, for example, I'm trying to upgrade my Methodical Destruction right now, and my Ghost Arc. But for Ghost Arc and Methodical Destruction, I need 1 more. Now, why would you want to do this in the first place? Well, the thing is, whenever you upgrade these cards like that, and that's what I used my Emotech copy that I got for, and upgrading a legendary gives you a lot of points. What you basically do is you go into rewards, and you go into Forge and into your faction. And every time you upgrade those things, you get like points for the Forge. And from the Forge, you can get some really cool stuff. Like, look at this. The first thing that you get here is the Awakened Obelisk, great counterattack. You get an epic wild card, and you get a booster. Then you get Solar Storm, an epic wild card, another 2 boosters. Blackstone, another epic wild card, 200 gold, and about to get to my legendary wild card. So this is actually pretty damn cool. I just don't know how much difficult this is going to get as we progress, but if you take a look, you're gonna get like 2, 3, 4, 5, so you get 5 legendaries in total. I really don't know how difficult it is to go through the Forge, but getting through the Forge is one of the main objectives that you should have, because this gives you some crazy rewards. And for that, this is what you need to do. Make sure you take a look at the shop, and even if there are some common cards available, like if this was, let's say, a Methodical Destruction, I would instantly buy all the copies that are available, so that I can quickly upgrade them. Right now, the only thing that is here is basically the Doom Scythe. And to upgrade my Doom Scythe to the next level, I do believe I need 8 more, right? So just wasting... I need 6 of them. So to buy 6 copies of this card, I don't think so. There's only 1 available, and it costs 400. The one that you should be aiming for are either epics if you have very good leftover gems, but the best one I think is to just get a bunch of commons and just keep upgrading those. You can of course save to 6,000 to just get a legendary that you want, but honestly speaking, I'd much rather waste these gems on the copies of the cards than get the legendary outright, and I can just get that legendary from the forge. You know what I mean? I think it's a much more clever idea to just get forge levels rather than get your legendaries. I think that's gonna grant you like the most value ever. Right now, my Emotech deck, this is what it looks like. The next thing that I am waiting for is to get a Necron Lord. If I can somehow get my hands on it, I think I'll get it from the forge. And probably what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna replace one thing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna replace. Maybe I'm gonna ditch one what? Either one Methodical Destruction is gonna be what I get rid of, or I might choose to get rid of one Psychomancer, but all of these cards are just so good, so I'm not sure. So this deck right now has been working like wonders for me in ranked. Right now, there's like I played a lot of games actually. Let me just check my history, and please don't take a look at the games that I have lost against bots. This one was in draft, but if you take a look at the ranked, so 1, 2, 3, this was practice against the bot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, this is practice. 12, 13, this is one loss. 14, this is the second loss. 15, this is the third loss. 16, this is Abaddon, don't pay attention to that. 17, 18, 19. So 19 wins and like 3 losses. That's like pretty damn good. If you want to know why I'm losing practice matches, I'm just doing the missions. So if you're wondering how you lose to bots, that's how you lose to bots. So overall, I think this deck has served me like really well. Overall, the win rate is pretty good. So I suggest that you use it. It's not difficult to get, even if from your basic Saltec Dynasty campaign. What you're gonna aim for is just to get to the 10th level of the Forge and just craft Emotech. And if you're lucky enough, maybe Random Legendary is gonna be Tomb World or Emotech. Those are the two main things that you want. You can also play with Oricon the Diviner if you want, it's absolutely fine. The main Legendary you should be looking for with Necrons is gonna be the Tomb World. Now, I hope that this video was at least somewhat helpful for you people. And please leave a comment if it was, and tell me why you agree or disagree. And tell me if you want me to continue doing stuff for Warpforge, because I'm still mainly doing stuff for Horus Heresy Legion, so it's up to you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you soon.